How to Request Reasonable Accommodations at Work Step-by-Step Guide. Under title, One of the Americans with Disabilities Act, employees with disabilities have the right to request reasonable accommodations that enable them to perform their job duties effectively. Employers are legally required to provide accommodations unless doing so would cause undue hardship. Identify your needs. Assess how your disability impacts your ability to perform essential job functions. Determine what specific accommodations would help you succeed in your role. Research common accommodations for your disability. Review company policies. Check your employee handbook or HR policies for accommodation procedures. Understand whether your employer has a formal request process. If unsure, consult HR or a supervisor for guidance. Prepare documentation. While not always required, medical documentation can support your request. Obtain a letter from a healthcare provider explaining your disability and recommended accommodations. Keep records of past difficulties in performing job tasks due to lack of accommodations. Submit your request formally. Requests can be verbal or written, but written documentation is recommended. Include your disability-related need for accommodation, specific accommodations you're requesting, and how the accommodation will help you perform essential job functions. Engage in the interactive process. Employers must discuss the request with you to determine the best solution. Be open to alternative accommodations if your initial request is not feasible. Employers cannot deny accommodations without considering reasonable alternatives. Follow up as needed. If your request is approved, ensure the accommodation is properly implemented. If denied, ask for a written explanation and explore other options. If necessary, file a complaint with the EEOC for ADA violations. Like this, if you found this information helpful and inspiring, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends and family. Smash that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at 99rights_online for more legal quickies. Catch you later. And remember, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay empowered, and keep fighting for what's right. See you next time. If you found this information helpful and inspiring, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends and family.